Alright everybody, I wouldn't dare lie to you, so it's Yinzer, back again with another video. This time Clash of Clans. As I said, this is going to be on the same war that I just recapped. And it's going to be, I don't want to talk down on any of these attacks at all, so don't take it that way. This is strictly for informational purposes and for a learning experience. All three of these attacks resulted in 3 stars. Great job to those attackers in this video. I don't want to take anything away from their attacks. I will say that in this instance, these did work out because we heavily outmatched them hero-wise and hero level-wise. And because of that, we were able to pull out these attacks. There's a few tweaks that I feel could have made these attacks go a lot more smooth, and probably yield the best result possible. That said, the best result was achieved in the 3-star. But I want to start. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the video, and I'm gonna pause it for learning purposes whenever I see certain things come up that I feel like can be improved. So again, to the attackers in this first case, Mad Zaz, great attacker, 3 stars on a consistent basis. So not taking anything away from him. Just some deployment things here that I saw that probably could have been improved throughout the text. You see, there's an anti 3-star base, but it does have a central queen, so you can kind of go at any angle here. I do want to pause and say that I like the simultaneous use of the queen walk. As you can see, he has a level 27 queen, and this is 14-12 heroes here, so that's why this works out. I'm going to be honest, the hero levels are way counterbalanced in our favor. So I do like the simultaneous use of the hero, or the queen walk in the kill squad. The reason being is because the queen's going to walk down this way and be able to take out all this, and the kill squad's going to go in from the northwest here and take out the queen and whatever on its route. Now, what I don't like about it is when this CC pulls out of here, it goes straight to his golem. When it goes to his golem, that golem can't do anything against the CC. So I would have a plan, probably maybe just taking he uses minimal hogs here, so there's really no room in the army comp, to change this. Maybe just a giant and 2 hogs up here on this archer tower, and then the hogs will jump into this compartment after they take out the archer tower and lure the CC, and that CC will pull over to the queen, but he gets it done anyhow, and we'll see how that is. So his queen walk's going fine. He knows where that's going to go. He actually does a 2-part funnel with these wizards up here. He funnels his queen down to the 3 o'clock position. He funnels his other troops in to the 10 o'clock position here. So he does place the poisons rather well, and that's what kind of helps him out here. He fat fingers a rage spell right there. That's kind of funny. Gets enough wizards in here to take out this dragon rather quickly. Like I said, he placed the poisons perfect. So right here, he starts deploying his hogs plenty early enough. In fact, that's great that he got him in that early, because the queen is just being targeted right now by the king. He's going to jump the wall and take her out, and the CC is eliminated. Now, this archer tower is going to go down to these wizards, so there's no point in putting these hogs up here to go to this archer tower. I would have started the hogs maybe a smidge later, or just started these hogs over on the mortar, waited for that archer to go down, and then sent 3 hogs to pick up that cannon and cause the hogs to go down here toward the south. He sends them in behind his kill squad, and it works out here, but I'm going to show you. So he is doing the counter, or the counterclockwise motion with his hogs. He still has 9 in the bag. Here's the mistake that, and I wouldn't call it a mistake because it works out, but why put the hogs where you already put hogs? They're just going to travel over and farther than what it would be necessary. Now, this cannon down here is going to be beating on this hog. it would be nice to put in 4 hogs on that cannon right now. And maybe 4 hogs on this archer tower right now, instead of putting the hogs back here. If you're going to start in a counterclockwise motion with the hog deployment, continue in that motion. Forget about where the hogs were. Place the hogs where they should be, or where they're going next. So that's what I would have changed here, but because that happens the way it happens, because he puts his hogs back there, they're able to actually kind of avoid these bomb spots here. As you can see, there are 3 bombs really close together. Now, this bomb would have never been hit at all by his hogs if he would have put his hogs in down and continued with the counterclockwise motion, because that king would have triggered it himself. So he would have only had to deal with that bomb right there next to the Expo, which one heal does the trick. Now, as you can see though, because he placed his hogs back here behind his other hogs, they move straight down the base. And as you can see, he has a line of hogs ranging from this cannon over here to what was an air D. As you can see, he has the little air D missiles shooting at the healers right there. And then they're just going to hop that wall and meet up with the queen down in that area. So everything's fine there. And that's what makes this attack a success. However, it could have been a little bit more smooth had he continued deploying the hogs in that counterclockwise fashion. Wouldn't change, obviously I wouldn't want to change a 3-star attack, but sometimes little tweaks. As you can see here, he has 6 hogs left. There's potential that he would have had more hogs alive had he deployed the other way, because of just the way the bombs were positioned here. It would have given his troops a little bit more time to avoid this double set. But anyhow, gets the job done. All the bombs are triggered, so there's no threat to his hogs anymore. This king is going to get in here. It's kind of nice, too, that the healer split and he ends with a full health king and queen. Anyhow, that's going to be the end of the first attack. So deployment method is what we want to learn on that attack there. And perhaps kind of urging the clan castle dragon toward the queen walk. That way the queen's able to take it out rather than the dragon beating on a golem. We're going to move to number 10 now. This, I believe, is a debut for EPSH or EPSH. I'm not sure how he prefers to be called, whether EPSH is an acronym or if it's like a name and I can say it like EPSH. I'm not sure if EPSH is even, maybe it's EPSH. I have no idea. I don't want to be ethnocentric at all, but I'm going to say it every which way possible so that I hopefully hit the nail on the head somewhere. I'm going to hit replay here. As you can see, we got a symmetrical base, and there's only 2 potential spots for bombs at all, let alone double bombs. That's here and here. So, what EPSH, and that's what I'm going to call him I'm going to call him E for the rest of the attack here because it's easier. So he decides to split his kill squad wide and do a golem here and a golem here. Now, that's great because he wants to trigger the bombs. There's 2 ways to do a hog attack and eliminate double giant bombs. You can either trigger those bombs, which he chooses to do, or you can eliminate the pathing to those bombs. This archer tower in Air D and this archer tower in Air D, if those 2 are eliminated, you can actually negate those double giant bombs by starting your hogs either on this whiz tower and working counterclockwise around the base, or starting them on this whiz tower and working clockwise around the base. So my suggestion would have been split the golems, one on this archer tower, one on this archer tower. Create your funnel by putting your whiz over here on this elixir and gold mine and this elixir and gold mine, and then breaking this top wall by the mortar and jumping over this area. As you see, he does not kill the enemy queen with his kill squad, and because of that, this queen is beating on his hogs. If that queen was a higher level, it would take out many more hogs and cause a real problem for this attack. As you can see down at the bottom of the screen, E takes 4 heal spells. It's really important, more so important than healing hogs, to get your kill squad deep into the base, because they can tank buildings such as this expo and this expo and keep the fire off of your hogs, and that sometimes is more important than having that heal spell on them. On top of that, the jump would have allowed his king, even the way he does it, to jump into the core and take out that enemy queen, which is a primary objective of the kill squad, as mentioned in the previous video. So I'm going to play it here because it does work out the way he does it. Again, CC lore, we're going to go fast forward this to the point. Okay. Because he has a level 1 heal spell for his own, or poison spell, he's not able to kill that dragon. He's a relatively new Town Hall 9. Now, as you can see here, if he has a jump and he places it right in that area, his king and queen will jump into that. Well, his king will for sure. I can't speak for the queen. Will jump into this area, take out that enemy queen, and then he's good to go. And actually, the way he sends his hogs, he would get away no problem with 3 heal spells. One down here in this area, one right here, and one right here, which you'll see right now he's going to do anyhow. So he puts one down here where the Teslas are. As you can see, he's triggered the bombs or negated the pathing. Then he puts one here, and now he's going to drop one heal spell here. Those are the only 3 heal spells that were necessary in this attack, to be completely honest. If this queen was not beating on his hogs, there wouldn't be the necessity for that 4th heal spell. But as you can see, she's taking out a lot of his hogs. So a jump spell would be my recommendation, and then changing the angle of attack, and instead of spamming the hogs all in one spot, like down here toward the bottom so they work up through the base, maybe coming in straight through the north with your kill squad, and then starting your hogs and working counterclockwise or clockwise should you choose to start on the other side of the base. As you can see, that queen is still up and full health. Now, EPSH only having a level 5 Archer Queen himself, thankfully he has the ability and is able to take out that queen, and she stays alive to help the cleanup. But the cleanup takes quite a long time when you only have one wizard, a couple archers, a low-level Archer Queen, and a low Town Hall 9 level Archer Queen, but a max Town Hall 8. Like I said, E is a very new Town Hall 9. But we'll fast forward this. My suggestions again: change the angle just slightly on the kill squad deployment. Jump into the base, into the core so you can take out the enemy Archer Queen with the kill squad. And then change the hog deployment and work the counterclockwise or clockwise method around the base. Last attack here will be by the Legend, who is also a very consistent 3-star attacker. Starts as every attack does, heals or drops a hog. Now, at Town Hall 9, 30 is the max for Clan Castle troops. Now, this is a relatively new Town Hall 9 and does not have an upgraded Clan Castle, so he can only hold 25 spaces, which is what you see right here. So I understand the caution on Legend's part to drop this extra hog just to make sure that there isn't another loon in that CC. But one thing to note is that smaller troops will come out of the Clan Castle first. So the fact that the dragon came out, that's the largest troop that will come out of that Clan Castle. So all of the loons can be assured that they're already still out. That's an easy trick that you can note. Also, just when you're scouting the attack, click on the Clan Castle, because in a war like this where we highly outmatch the other team, they might not have even filled their Clan Castle, and you might not even have to do this step at all. So check the Clan Castle when you scout the base just to see how many slots are there, and that way you can be sure not to waste this hog. Not that that one hog makes the difference in this raid, because it does not. But just a little tip there. I'm going to play this. This is the tip I just want to reiterate. Look how close that poison is to missing that dragon. As stated in a previous video, when you're dropping your poison spells, aim for the two shadows on the ground. So you can see the one shadow right here by this pink wall, and the other shadow is kind of hidden right there, just underneath the dragon's. It's the dragon's left wing, but it's our right side. So right to the right side of his head, you can see the shadow of the balloon. Dropping the poison on those shadows will guarantee that you hit your mark. So Legend decides to let this poison spell completely wear off before dropping his second. That's perfectly fine. Actually, if you do it that way with a level 3 poison of your own and a level 4 poison in your clan castle, you can actually take out a max P.E.K.K.A. if you let that first heal, or that first poison rather, go the whole way. You have to let it completely exhaust. This is the main tip here. If you're going to king swap for the enemy queen, just king swap for the enemy queen. If you're going to actually do your kill squad over in this area, you might as well drop your golem first and let the queen lock onto the golem so that your king can take her out untouched. Because he doesn't do that, his king takes a real beating here, and he could have preserved some of that health. And if he didn't want to do it that way, if he just wanted to do a king swap, just simply drop the king right on her. Don't worry about the wizards. Don't worry about the golem. Let him get the job done, and he'll actually take out a few of these buildings over here to create the funnel, making these wizards unnecessary. And you can save actually those wizards. Now he does bring plenty of wizards. It's very unnecessary to bring that many wizards as well, but as you can see, he feels safer doing that, and it works out for him. No problem whatsoever. So right here you can see his king is still targeted by that archer tower there that's going to take him out rather quickly here, which is a shame. Now, I personally, instead of this jump spell over here, I would have probably broke this outside wall right in this area and then jumped into the core, probably over this gold mine with that jump spell. Because this golem down here, he's a lost cause. He's going to be followed by these wizards, which is great, because he's probably going to move. Actually, it looks like he's going to move around to the left. So this jump right in this area would have been a better use, a better position for that spell to be used. Of course, if you remember from my live attack, I have no room to talk about jump spells because mine was wasted. It was completely unnecessary. Now, here is the other tip I have for you. Right here, he identified the double giant bomb spots, one right there, and the other one right down here. They're the only spots that a double would fit. There could be singles here, and other spots on the base, but he knows that that's not a threat because he can heal through those. So he takes out one double with his golem here, which is great, but he still has that other double to deal with, and he sends his hogs in a huge group. When you do that, you're very susceptible to nailing that bomb or that double spot and losing all of your hogs all at once, ending your attack. So that being said, surgical is still and probably always will be from this point on the best way to dissect a Town Hall 9 base. We'll watch how he is able to avoid that scenario, and the reason he's able to avoid that scenario is because he has plenty of time for his hogs to get down there. Now, as you can see, his hogs are going to go up to this mortar and over to that expo over there. Some of them might jump down here to this air D. We'll see what happens. Okay, so one of them jumps down to the air D. The rest of them go up to the 3 o'clock position here. By the time that they come down here to this position, this little kill squad here will be able to take out that cannon, basically eliminating the possibility of his hogs running across that. So he does avoid the double giant bomb because of the way his queen walked around the base. But that was a fortunate accident, we'll call it. Of course, when you're doing these attacks, you don't really want your queen walking around the base unless you're doing a queen walk attack. In this case, it definitely benefited him that happened. So just when you're able to spot the double giant bombs that way, you can plan for hog pathing and use a surgical deployment and avoid them without having that slight scare that they could have run across. Now, if those hogs, if his queen didn't get down here and take out that cannon, and his hogs would have run across this double giant bomb here, they would have evaporated, and there were defenses up here in this area that basically would have taken out his troops and not allowed him to complete the 3-star. Don't want to take anything away from him because obviously it did work out, and that goes the same for Zaz and EPSH. Don't want to take anything away from those other guys because they are consistent 3-star attackers and they are continuing to improve with every war. I just want to give you the little tips and pointers that I've come across that can help you refine the attack so that there aren't those near misses, we'll call them. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something today, and I hope you enjoyed the back-to-back uploads. As always, make sure you like, sub, share, repeat, and not necessarily in that order. This is your boy Yenzer, out once again.